So I've been going to Disneyland since I was a little kid, all through the 80s, all through the 90s. So I've rode the People Mover 30 to 40 times. And I just think it's crazy that when I still go there now that I see that track. And so I wanted to just spend a few minutes and talk about what I would do with the track if I was in charge. You have to be able to relate to those people that really love the nostalgic part of the People Mover, right? So that's the music. Obviously, that's the old track. The track goes through Star Tours. It goes through Space Mountain. It goes through the old America Sings building. But you also have to have some innovation as well, right? You can't just like rest on your laurels. You can't, basically what I'm saying is like, you can't just put in the old version of the People Mover. Like that's not going to work, right? Another thing too is there's some logistical issues in the sense that, they put in the rocket rods. One of the big problems with the rocket rods was the fact that they tried to increase the speed. It didn't have banked curves or banked corners. That put a lot of stress on the track. I heard that there were some cracks along the way. But what I'm thinking is that basically it would be People Mover 2.0, right? And if you think about the old People Mover, it would go through Star Tours, then it would go through Space Mountain, then it would go through America Sings building, right? But it would go through the second story of the America Sings building. And what was in the second story of that America Sings building? It was Tron, right? So as you were going into America Sings, there would be this announcement that would come on the speakers while you're on the People Mover. And I think it would say something along the lines of, "Welcome to the world of Tron," right? So here's the idea, is that you basically use the ride vehicles that they're using right now at the Epcot Guardians of the Galaxy ride, Cosmic Rewind, I think it's called. I've been on it. It's incredible, right? So the ride starts off and you're basically on the old version of the People Mover, right? But you're in the ride vehicles that are the Guardians of the Galaxy style, right? So 2 people in the front, 2 people in the back, pretty narrow, right? So this ride vehicle can fit through the corridors and all that. And it starts off just like the old People Mover. You get on the ride, you're hearing the soundtrack, which when you think about it, those ride vehicles are about the same size as the old People Mover vehicles. So you would go on the ride. It would start off like the People Mover. And then when you got to the point where it used to be the old Tron attraction, it would still have the same announcement, right? It would say, "You are now entering the world of Tron." And it takes you into a Tron show building. So you got the Tron ride that's at Walt Disney World that uses like the little bicycles and stuff. So it wouldn't be exactly like the ride at Walt Disney World, but it would definitely evolve into an actual coaster inside of a show building that's all based off of Tron. So you do a roller coaster right in the middle of the ride, right? So you go through this whole Tron experience. Maybe it shoots you off. There's like a launch, and then after the roller coaster part is over, then you come back onto the old track of the People Mover with the old soundtrack, and there's like the old ride used to go through Circle Vision and all that. You can keep all of that. So basically, my idea is you call it People Mover 2.0. It starts off like the old People Mover. Once it gets to where the Tron part used to be, it turns actually into a coaster, very similar to Cosmic. It's kind of like a hybrid between Cosmic Rewind and the Tron ride at Disney World. And then it ends just like we used to come out of the Tron building back in the day when it's on the second floor of America Sings, and then it continues. So, free advice. That's what I would do if I was in charge. And Josh Tomorrow, if you're listening to this, that's the way to go, bro. I'm telling you.